I made a graphic of our top 30 visits. So I just for names out there for some of our guys.
He quick with it. So as you can tell, Marks, I like this top 30 list right. I like the mixture that they brought in. Some guys we got to find out the story. Some guys we actually, we can see them coming in day one, being a part of what we're doing here. Even the guy, Christian Mahogany. I think I did a research. I researched him last year. I thought he was going to come out early, but he was a phenomenal guard. After he had a phenomenal year with Boston College. I think I saw his film while I was actually looking at Flowers last year. So I was doing a deep dive into Flowers last year as a wide receiver, and I kept looking at this dude, and I was like, man, they got this guard that just, man, he's punching suckers in the chest. Like he's a physical guy. What's his name? And it was like Mahogany. I said, I ain't gonna forget that. Right. I can't wait for him to come out in 2024, and now it's his chance to shine. So, yeah.
So, Shop, man. So, okay, you see his list, right? Using your expertise, what direction you think the Chiefs going to go?
Well,
what do you think?
So this list,
I know it had to be from this list, but where do you think the Chiefs are going to go? All right.
So, I think at the end of the day, I don't think it matters right now what I say the Chiefs going to go. I think that the way the draft's going to go, I think there's going to be a run on 3 positions. I think it's going to be a run on quarterbacks. There's going to be a run on offensive tackles, and it's going to be a run on wide receivers. And when you have a run where 8 wide receivers, 10 offensive linemen, 5 quarterbacks, right? That's 23 players already gone, and now I got 9 picks, and I ain't even talked about the Dallas Turners. I haven't even talked about Latu from UCLA. I haven't talked about FSU Verse, like the Murphy Jr. from Texas, the big Kahuna from Illinois, the big DT Newton from, and these are to me top 15 talents that might get pushed down to 30, 31, 32. So with all intentions, I could say I want to tackle. But let a top 15 guy on defense, one of these cornerbacks, right? From Arnold from Alabama, Mitchell from Toledo, Wiggins from Clemson, or the dude from Iowa, Mike Slide, Gene.
Cooper
he's a phenomenal all-around athlete. He might be the best all-around athlete in the draft when you talk about this complete. He probably could play quarterback, running back, wide receiver, safety. Like he's one of those type dudes. Like jack of all trades, could do everything. He does it all at a very high level. So the way the draft go, and if one of those guys become available, a few picks, I just sit there and be like, I wanted to go offense, but I'm not going to let this number 4 cornerback overall just go to the second round. I ain't going to let this second defensive tackle in the league, the number 3 overall edge rusher, just go to the second round because, I'm trying to fill a need. So I think this draft is it's a very deep draft. And I think the deeper the draft is, the more I'm inclined to just, if somebody going to make a opportunity, you want Penix Jr., you want the Bo Nix, and you want him to have a 5-year contract with the extra year, whatever, come talk to me. I'll move back. Add a couple picks to me. Let me move back, and I'll this 30 list right here. I'll take as many of these guys that I've done the research on between picks 33 and 90, and just continue to build the depth in the pantry. Going to be so deep. So I think Kansas City is in a beautiful place because this draft is real unique like that because I think there's so many really good offensive tackles. Really. That's what makes it, to me, so unique.
All right. So, okay. I don't think there's that many good offensive tackles. I
can agree to disagree.
Yeah, no, of course, right. And for me, when I'm looking at them, I think there's a lot of guys that's going to be projects. I think, as far as being a left tackle, what we're looking for, I think there maybe the top 3 may be guys that are like day 1 starters that you could get in. After that, I think it's a little bit up in the air for me. Okay, and this is me coming from an offensive line coach. All right, guy that's played offense for a long time, evaluating this type of talent. And the reason I say this is because when I look at the guys that were drafted last year in the first round for offensive tackle, a lot of those guys didn't really do a good job. You know, they're still trying to develop. So I think, you know, with you, and I do agree with this, sometimes you got to take best player available, right? But if that best player available is kind of like, I think the only guy that you don't take is maybe a quarterback at that time. Like, well, we ain't gonna take this. We got a quarterback. We don't need to take a guy and use him later. So that might be something like draft capital, like you said, moving forward or going back to try to wheel and deal to make those things happen. So I don't know if the Chiefs will stay where they're at. My estimation is, and I'll just give my thought process, is I think you have to look toward the future, right? What do you want to do? Do you move to get the tackle that you actually want to be day one starter? Another guy I brought up was Brock Bowers, okay, who could fall within somewhere in the top 10 or maybe, 20, okay, because teams are looking for need. What do we pass? Same thing. Do we pass on this guy? Travis Kelce may have another 2 to 3 years. We don't quite know what that's going to be, right?
Yes.
Brock Bowers to me is a guy that I'm like, if somebody could be an heir apparent to Travis Kelce, Brock Bowers to me is a no-miss type of guy. Okay, you can line him up outside as wide receiver. When he was down there in Georgia, he ran every route that was possible. He's got a great feel for getting open, getting into zones. He can do it all. He's a great matchup against safeties, corners, linebackers, you name it, he can do it. So I'm thinking if teams are thinking for the future, and I'm just looking at this list, right? And then I'm looking, right? Defensive tackle, offensive tackle, wide receivers, obviously. I think the main are the needs. And so, yeah, you're right. Some of these guys are going to fall second, third round, okay? Can we get those guys to swoop it up around that time? Sure. Do we will and deal to get a guy like that and then drop back, draft backwards, or get a guy in? I think those things are actually true too, right? Because I see this boy right here is like, well, if we fall here, this is who we're going to get. If we don't, then we could get these guys later. I see a lot of like this, hey, first round picks, fourth round, right? 3 and 4. I can see all of this, getting these guys there. But there's guys like I see like Javon Foster from Missouri at tackle, left tackle. I watched him in the Senior Bowl. He does a great job. He's a project. Not a day one starter, but he's somebody who could get in to try to develop and compete with the Wanye Morris, right? How you getting him, what are you going to do with somebody like that? Same thing. Kinsley, Suamate, BYU. Sure, you could take him in the first round. It's going to take some time. Wanye Morris got a year of experience on him. He's a third-round pick. Very athletic tackle, but it gets beat a lot kind of inside, okay? And I see that. I'm just like, these guys up here will eat your lunch, all right? you ain't playing against a guy who's looking to be a book accountant, or taking biochemistry next year. And, I'm not trying to get into the league, okay? This is a whole different dude that you're looking at, right? Who's trying to take your money. And so there was always those questions for me that I'm asking. When I look at the feel for what we're doing, I like Ben Sinnott. That's how he's saying Sinnott, Sinnott or Sinnott from Kansas State.
Sinnott, yeah.
I like him a lot. I think he's somebody that we could probably get in third or fourth round that would do well for us as a tight end coming into what we do and play. Defensive tackles, I think, Sean, and you could talk about this, but I've said this, that we need to have a guy, instead of signing these one-year deals with some of these defensive tackles we've been doing over the past few years, we need to have a guy that's going to be a complement to what Chris Jones is, okay? That way we don't have to take a $33 million man and keep wearing him out and not getting your money, okay? You spend a whole lot of money and investing in for a guy like that. Why wear him out? Get a guy that can win one-on-one so you don't have to get double teams all the time with Chris Jones. But I do like those things. I like the wide receivers. Like I said, Leggett, man, he's great to me. I like Devontae Walker. I do like Javon Foster a lot. Or Javon Baker, I'm sorry. Javon Baker. I like him a lot. McMillan, I like Polk better. than McMillan, but McMillan might be one of those guys that could be around third, that third round to get. But and I get, we don't know where this thing is going to go. We have no idea. We have no idea. But if I'm looking for need, and that's why I think the need is to move up to get a guy that you actually need, that you want for the future. Okay, go get a guy. Do you move up to get that third tackle? I think you do. I think you had to do that. After that, there is a drop off. I do believe there's a drop off in talent. That's how.
But you're gonna have to move into like the 10 spot to get the third tackle.
You think the 3 tackles gonna go in top 10?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, man, we know 3 or 4 quarterbacks going in the first 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Then you got the 3 wide receivers. That gets you to 6 or 7.
Man, I'm looking at this. I'm just projection.
Old
You
tackle,
get somebody 4th, 7th. I'm just saying 4th and 7th, and everybody else is mid-teens on up. I don't think it's going to be 10 offensive tackles taken. Or you said offensive linemen, not tackles, but offensive linemen taken in the first.
About 8 tackles, and then it's the guy from Duke, and then the guy from Oregon.
Woo, boy. Can't wait to see us tomorrow. I'm telling you. Because I'm saying these coaches are going to have their hands full.
I would be surprised. I mean, listen, I'm not going to even try with the last names, but we got the guy from Penn State. Then you got Notre Dame Alt. Then you got Oregon State. I'm not going to put pronounce name. Then you got Bama with J.C. Latham. Then you got the guy from Washington. Then you got another offensive tackle, obviously Mims from Georgia. Then who else I got? So
but most of those guys are on the right side.
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
so that's 8 tackles. Those 8 tackles going in the first round. It would be very surprising, and it's not because it's not because they are day one starting talent as much as it. When I look at the team needs, and I put the 32 teams, I had about 15 teams needing the offensive tackle. I had another 3 teams needing a center or guard. So that's like 18 teams needing a lineman, and that was like their first or second need.
Yeah.
And if they didn't need that, they needed a wide receiver. So there's like 23, 24 teams total that need an offensive lineman or a wide receiver. And that's why I say it's almost impossible to think that a run on wide receivers and offensive linemen is not going to happen just because the need from so many teams is there this year. And I don't think that's been the case in previous years.
Yeah. I got you. For me, I want a guy when he come here, plug and play. He's ready to start right now.
So if you put together the trade package it took us to move up to the 10 spot to get Patrick Mahomes, we're going to put together that same trade package to move to number 10 to get one of the top 3 tackles.
Top 3 tackles, they start immediately. You're not sitting him on the bench. That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying, but you want to put together that trade package for a tackle.
Joe Alt will be the guy. I said that. I said, and look, I've been on this. Joe Alt would be the only one I would move up. He would be the only guy I would move up for.
We don't have enough draft capital to get that high to get Joe Alt.
I hear you. I shoot.
You got a JariusSneed 3rd round pick. We got that bad boy.
You got to pull up Mike Dicker. You're gonna have to put the Chicago back. You're gonna have to take the whole draft like he did for the running back for Ricky Williams. That's what you want to do for Joe Alt?
No.
Trade the whole draft.
Listen, if it's too expensive, look, I don't care. There ain't nobody that good to me that you just move up for. Like, it had to be right. Okay, I'm just not saying just give up the farm for a guy, but if I'm sitting there saying if this is something that is doable, that we're not had to sell the whole farm for, Joe Alt will be the guy. There's only 2 guys I would move up for. Okay, for one. All right, let me make this absolutely clear. Joe Alt and Brock Bowers. I think you get Brock Bowers somewhere in the teens, right under the 20 spot. He could be from 10 to 20 is where you're going to probably find him, maybe 15 to 20. But Joe Alt, as far as offensive tackles, he would be the only tackle that I will move up for. So, other than that, we stay where we at. That's how I get. That's where I'm at.
That's a lot of assets to move up to get a.
I know it.
Lord.
He ain't a regular guy.
Tackle.
No, look, Blake Bowers is not a guy. He ain't just a regular tight end. He's not.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Hold on. So you trying to tell me that Brock Bowers is just another regular tight end? I don't think
he's gonna be better than Sam Laporta. I don't think he's gonna be better than Mark Andrews. I don't think he's gonna be better than the guy that the Bills got last year.
Kincaid.
Oh wow.
I don't think he's gonna be better than any of those.
All right. I got you. All right. I hear you. To be honest with you, he's as close to Travis Kelce you're gonna probably find. That's close.
You talking about the Travis Kelce now, not the Travis Kelce that came out of Cincinnati.
Same thing. The Travis Kelce now, the one that's refined, that's killing people. Brock Bowers is as refined as Travis Kelce right now. He ain't that too far from him. I'm telling you, from what he can do, how he gets open.
Oh, you giving him 100 catches and 1,000 yards first season?
If you put him in, he'll definitely get 80 catches, 90, easy.
Travis, you said Travis. Travis is 100 catches, 1,000 yards. You can't.
Look, I think he's only going to be with 10 or 20. Shoot, if he get 80 catches, he's doing pretty daggone good.
Come on, hey Marcus, how he go from Travis and then gonna try to water down Travis numbers like that?
No, I'm not doing it. Come on, man. Yeah, let's see. There goes shot.
Gonna say, man, that man gonna be Travis. They're gonna try to say Travis get 80 catches. I mean, Travis got 100 catches a year.
He got 100 catches.
The man loves his tight ends. What can I say?
Brock Bowers come in, has played as many games as Travis Kelce. Brock Bowers can get 80 catches this year, no doubt about it. Without a doubt. Easy. It's not even a question. Kincaid and all those other guys, I watched them. Sam Laporta, I watched these guys. Brock Bowers is better than them dudes as far as receiving wise. Not even close.
Oh, whoa. Oh, no. Laporta. Come on, Marcus. Come on, man. Laporta's bad. Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm a big Laporta guy. Yeah.
Look, I'm not saying I like Laporta, but I'm telling you, Brock Bowers, what he's been able to do, what we watched him do in Georgia, okay, for his size, he is a better receiver than Laporta is.
I told you this, JD. As far as eye test goes, if you look at Brock Bowers, my only hesitancy with him, he's great on the field. What he's shown. My only hesitancy is when you see him without his pads on. The dude looks like Mac Jones, and I'm like, I don't want that guy. I don't want Mac Jones about my tight end.
Come on, JD. The bro got to get in the weight room, man. He got to. Come on, man.
Hey, look, no shade. Hold on. No shade. Look, I love my brother Five. I love him to death. Okay. When you see Don McNabb without pads on, he don't look like he could tear you up like he did. Shoot. I'm just, there's a whole lot of guys that when you took the pads off, you're like, this can't be the guy they talking about. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
Tight end though, man. You gotta get in the trenches. You gotta get attached sometime. You gotta put your hands on somebody at some time.
Come on. How many guys you see you doing that? Ain't that's far and few between this day and age.
Come on. Kittles, Andrews, Laporta, put their hands on people, man.
But he does a good job blocking. Have you watched him block? He does a good job blocking. He does. He does. I'm just that's my evaluation as a tight end. I've been watching this joker. Okay. He blocks. All right. Okay. He ain't what's his name from the tight end that he's been bouncing around the league because he ain't putting his hand on Gesicki. Yeah, he ain't putting his hands on nobody. I don't care what you. Hey, Gesicki, you gonna get paid $5 million? Put your hands. No, I don't care.
Every mock draft I've done, I've never had Bowers getting past the Jets. I always feel like Aaron Rodgers will quit if he's available and they don't let him get Brock Bowers. Then he's gonna just tell them like I'm gonna quit. Like y'all draft him or I'm gone, and they're gonna draft him. He gonna be with the Jets now. Listen, if he with Aaron Rodgers, you ain't got no excuse now, right? If he's with Aaron Rodgers, you ain't got no excuse if he don't come up with these 80 balls, 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns, right?
Yeah, no, but you got Garrett Wilson on the outside. Who else they get? So they got guys, they got receivers too. But you're right. if Aaron Rodgers passes the ball to him, he has no reason not to get 80 balls. No doubt about it. Absolutely, 100%. Right. I'm the Brown said, bring in Tim Tebow for tight end. Come on, I'm the Brown. Cut it out. Cut it out. Hey, that was so disrespectful. You know what? And that's what I hated. Y'all gonna give us Tim Tebow, okay? No shade to Tim Tebow. Y'all gonna put him in our position. Don't let him play linebacker or something. You know, tight end. We figured out real quick what he could.
You also got Taysom Hill's playing tight end right now too. What do you think about him being a tight end hybrid quarterback?
I mean, he's a gimmick guy. He's in the backfield. You know, that's what he is. That's what he is.
Jason, you know what? Taysom Hill runs the ball hard. He throws the ball. He's playing his role.
Absolutely.
He's going to have himself a nice 10-year career. Very versatile. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, sure. Now, hey, I don't disagree with you. I don't
just don't want to be listed as a tight end.
Yeah.
Just don't list him as a tight end.
He's sitting over getting a little frog stance. If I see him get a little frog stance, I'm like, this sucker ain't coming off the ball to hit nobody in the mouth. He ain't doing that.
That's an H-back. Mark, you got to make him an H-back. That's an H-back. You know, hey,
Shawn, that sucker's coming in like this, and he's supposed to be blocking his chin strap is hanging. He ain't even got to buckle up. You know he ain't hit nobody. I'm like, yeah. That's what's going on with this. So, I love it. I love it, Shop. Man, I love it. I love it, man.
Shop. So before we appreciate you coming on the show for as long as you have been, man. We really appreciate that. But before you go, I do want to ask you, do you have any bold predictions, any kind of predictions you have for that we might see this weekend, whether for the Chiefs or just in general around the NFL? Any big, bold predictions for the upcoming draft weekend?
Oh, my goodness. I think that, beyond this, I'm almost – I can't believe how quickly the Houston Texans has turned around from where they were 2 years ago to one of the top 3 teams in the AFC. And maybe it has something to do with now that the Bengals are sliding, right? The Bengals are sliding. The Bills are sliding. The window's closing. They losing. So these other teams that were supposed to be powerhouses kind of lost some steam. Now the Ravens decided to go get both of the running back. You know, they went ahead and got Big King to come in there and run. So they trying to do something. So I think the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Texans going to be the 3 teams that everybody coming after in the AFC. As far as the NFC is concerned, I think the 49ers, because they are still able to benefit from Brock Purdy being on a rookie deal. It's the Lions. The Lions going to still roar.
Yep.
After those 2 teams is very. Maybe Packers with Love still, it's got that team. It's a young core of wide receivers, a lot of young talent. They're not really overpaying anybody, so maybe those are the 3 teams. Everybody else is going to be in. CD going to ask for money. Jamar Chase going to ask for money. T. Higgins asked for money. Like now that Amon St. Brown got paid, all of them going to sit there and be like, I want my 30 a year now. Like, I don't know. I don't want to wait. I ain't playing it. So I don't know what the Cowboys going to do. These teams is waiting for these receivers to touch the field. Too many coordinators have moved around in the NFC for me to think that anybody is going to have any repeat, this magic from repeat status. So, I don't know who the 3rd team. I guess I would have to go with the Rams, a team that I'll just say McVay is going to be able to scheme up enough stuff to be magical again. So those are the 6 teams I think going to be really, really good. As far as the draft is concerned, I do think that there's going to be a phenomenal run on offensive players. I would say out of 32 picks, I'm going to say 23, 24 are going to be on the offensive side of the ball. So in the first round, maybe 7 or 8 guys on defense. That's how heavy loaded I think this offensive run on players are going to be. And again, I just think it has nothing to do with the athletes, because if I look at my top 30, I got about 15 defenders and 15 offensive guys, non-quarterbacks on my top 30. But because the team needs are so one-sided with the receivers and the offensive linemen being the top 2 needs for so many teams, I think that's going to drive a lot of defenders to be available late, from picks 23 to 32 and then the start of the second round. I definitely think that there's a chance the Chiefs might not even pick at 32. Somebody's going to trade in a quarterback needy team like the Giants, trade back in to try to get Penix Jr. I think he's going to be the one that left out when the top 4 guys go.
Yeah,
I do think Minnesota's going to try to make a deal with the Cardinals and, do that switch to get JJ McCarthy and stuff. Besides that, I think everything else is just going to be like the Wild Wild West. I mean, once those trades start going and players start flying on the board, it's going to be hard to call it, man. It's going to be hard to call it, but yeah, I'm excited about it. I think that this is an exciting draft with a lot of playmakers. At the end of the day, though, I think that the Chiefs are still in a great position to go after this three-peat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you think more of a chance that we trade back rather than trading up?
Marcus, he wants to definitive answer, Scott. He wants to definitive answer.
Let me put my glass up. JD, there is no chance in HELL that the Chiefs are moving up. Okay, brother? They're not going nowhere near the 10th pick or the 4th, 5th, 6th pick for Joe Alt. They're not going anywhere around 15 for Brock Bowers. Okay. So they ain't. Okay.
All right.
They're not.
All right. Okay.
Now, Superman, put my glass. Clark Kent, I'm back.
There you go. You heard it here first. Chiefs will not be trading up to the top 10, people.
I should have told you put your glasses back on like Skip told. Put your glasses back on. Put your glasses back on.
All right, Skip. Put your glasses back on. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get your podcasts.